your first one, "Save Your Tears" by Rose Gray.
Oh yeah.
It's good. I don't know what I was
We,
expecting. Okay,
we went for a very different vibe to each other this
we
week.
did, and even within yours, the three are quite
Oh
different.
yeah, yeah.
It's been I like it. It's an interesting week for us. Never heard of Rose Gray before. Can I say?
She is signed to the management team I want to work for.
Ah,
Um,
notice us,
so.
senpai.
um, yeah, so she's like with Tom Grennan and Barnes and stuff, but she's obviously more on the dance side of music.
Mm. But yeah, I actually did it. I was vibing to it. I was vibing to it.
Yeah, it made me think of festivals and like
It did have
you
that
know
feel to it.
when you're like walking along, you're like, oh, I don't really know who to listen, and then you hear something and you're like drawn to it, and you walk across, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm dancing now, yay!
Yeah, and like I love that that in the chorus. If you're feeling low, I'll come and lift you up. Save your tears for another night. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. Like
And the album is called Dancing, Drinking, Talking, Thinking. So,
basically
you know,
sums up most people's lives, right?
yeah,
It's pretty
yeah,
solid.
that
No,
is.
I enjoyed it. It's good stuff. I'm gonna check out more. I Her voice really reminds me of someone else, and I can't place it.
Yeah,
I
I had
cannot.
that, and now I can't think.
I cannot. But I listened to it, and I was like,
That's
have I
helpful.
clicked on the wrong song? Like it was that level of being convinced I was on the wrong person. Um, no, she's
Oh,
got good stuff.
I'm gonna go with "Remember Where You Are"
Okay.
by Jessie Ware, because Jessie Ware is like a very popular
Yeah.
artiste, and I don't know if I know more songs than that, but her song I was gonna say about love, that's really vague. Let go, not let go. Say You Love Me, that's it.
Yeah.
I love that song so much. It's so raw and just like, oh, you want to cry. So then the song you put in was just not what I was expecting.
No.
It was just chill and like quite feel good, but not.
It was. It was. It like I heard it on I can't remember. I think it was on the radio or something. It's just like a nice like. It's one of those like sunset songs. If you get me,
Yeah.
like end of the day songs that you're just unwinding, you're just chilling. It's on there, and you're just like calm, you know.
With your other song Submarines by by
I
got
want
my
to
word in my
say
head.
Daithí. I don't know. I'm very sorry. Again, we're sorry that we can't pronounce your names.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt because it will come out dodgy, but it was a similar vibe to that in the sense that it's just very chill, and there wasn't like a ton of meaning packed into the lyrics for Submarine. It was just very much chill and just sort of, this is a song, it doesn't need to be this big deep thing. Did you find that? I might be.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking it because I don't know if I wouldn't have necessarily put the two together almost like in my mind. Um,
I guess, yeah, like they are I mean,
but I get what you
Jessie
mean.
Ware's more pop and more sort of mainstream, let's say.
Yeah,
Um,
Submarines is definitely more. Yeah,
Indie.
it was like a kind of I don't think it's this probably means something else, but hey, go with it. Like dream pop kind of thing. Like it was like that kind
Yeah.
of like it's kind of like out of body, like kind of floating kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Like
No.
remember where you are felt to me like a kind of like you're chilling, you're vibing, you're having a good one. Submarines was like I don't know, it's like middle of the night kind of thing. Like you're just there and like your brain is not really with it and you're just like off in like dreamland. I did like it. It was I I'm gonna say she and it's gonna go badly. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I
actually know
assumed.
who. I'm assuming that the person who's featured, who again I can't say their names. It's terrible. It's honestly terrible. I'm sorry. Um,
Oh,
really
really?
pure voice. A really nice tone to that voice. You know, like
Yes.
it's very it was like full, if that makes sense, but like very solid. Very like There's no wavering in there. I've gone into like this really in-depth sound analysis now, but like
I always sound so stupid. Bear in mind, I'm the one with the music degree. Every time we do this section, I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's dancey, it's poppy. And then you're like, yes, and the lyrics mean this.
I
and
honestly
this is the tone. And
it's just my over analytical mind is like I can't even. Yeah. I don't know.
I think maybe partly with me, I choose not to overanalyze the songs we talk about for the podcast because I want to like see them for the art and not like I'm not saying you do this, but I'm like overanalyze it to the point that every time you listen to it, you're just analyzing and you're not enjoying it. If that makes sense.
I see. I get you. For me, it's not that I'm choosing to analyze it or overanalyze it. I think it's part of my nature that like I overthink things. Like I really
You're too
read into
smart.
things. I'm always looking for that deeper meaning. I guess it's because like obviously I did like English literature and stuff at A level, and like even my degree kind of thing. It's always looking for like deeper
Yeah.
meaning, and I think kind of like mental health things as well. I'm always there. Like my mind is always like, what's going on under the surface here, and I don't know. It's one of those things always there in my mind. So it gives me another layer to the music, like that I can appreciate it on that musical level, and also here's something else going on underneath, and here's like there's a story it's telling. I love it. It just it's what I've always done. But yeah, I liked the lyrics actually. See, he sticks with it. I'll never change. It's like I know we should try to make it work or let it lie. Feels like a little space to breathe some light or walk away. I was like,
Yeah.
I like that because it's not like there's rhymes in there, like let it lie, breathe some light,
Yeah.
but like it's also not just rigidly sticking to that. It's like I don't know, it's not like primary school poem level. You know, sometimes you can listen to something and be like, oh, you're just going for
And
the
you
rhyme.
can't just predict the word
You just
that is about to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, whoa, okay. Invitation by Ashnikko.
Yeah.
Now this is very different.
This song is actually one of my favorite songs, I would say. Like,
Because
of
you've
the
been
last
into
2
Ashnikko
years.
for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like before she was getting big or like really popping off, I feel like you were there quite early.
Yeah. It was because again, this is outing me. The management team I want to work for, they signed her like.
Shameless. It's shameless.
I know, but I can't help it. I want to work for them because I like who they signed.
Just give her a job and end this, all right? End
Well, they
this.
signed her like 2, 3 years ago now. 2 years ago? I was like I was in third year, so it must be 2 years ago, yeah. Whoa. I don't know. Second year. Oh, doesn't matter. But anyway, I saw that they were signing her and I thought, oh, I better check her out. And then I listened, I was like, uh-oh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why. It's too much. It's too much. And then I got it stuck in my head. And then I like it. I like it a lot. And then I heard this song. I was like, I love it. The whole idea of the song is that men feel they're entitled to women because of how they dress. Well, it doesn't even necessarily mean just because of how they dress. It's just like I can do what I want and you can fuck off unless I give you an invitation to me.
Yeah, I like that. It's that thing of like of men like feeling like they have some kind of unspoken opportunity, invitation to start talking about women, just to go up to a woman and start talking to him, like, oh, you're looking like blah blah blah, or to see a woman they've never spoken to and never seen and start calling her a slut or something. It's bizarre. It's bizarre to me. I don't understand it. Like, don't be that way.
It's stuff. One of the lyrics she chose was like, I could be like dolled up, licking on a lollipop. Something it's not exactly those words.
Yeah.
But, and the idea of licking on a lollipop, right, including that in her lyrics, it's just like what you're saying is that is an act that is people would associate like a kid, you know, having a lollipop, having sweets. That's what kids do, and it's sort of that idea of you're perversing an innocent act like that is normally done by children. Like, why? What?
But
Why?
like that kind of ties back to, remember I was saying about Lily Allen, like 22, and it's like, oh, her life is already over at like 22. It kind of links, but it's
Yeah.
that kind of same thing of like we over sexualize women, like younger women. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so
Sorry.
loud.
It's the yeah.
Ah. No,
The
sorry.
windows open like a crack. I have this during my lectures, a nightmare.
It's
But
like,
no,
yeah, no, sorry, yeah, and
it's
it's like that.
completely.
It's like that kind of thing of like we over, and then they reach that point and say, no, 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 we're not interested anymore. We're looking more for these like girls sucking on a lot. It's really creepy and like weird. There was another thing I saw. It's so in the chorus, it's this is not an invitation. Fuck you mean you need
Fuck.
it. Fuck you mean you
Yeah.
RSVP'd. I don't need it. And it's like you see like when you're watching on TV or something, and they have a scene that is clearly going to go into some kind of male dominance shit that
Yeah.
is weird, and it's like, oh, you want it. Go on, it's
Mm.
fine. You want it. It's like that's such a horrible way of being like. It's that over the masculine way of like I'm just giving them what they want.
It's also like just because you think I'm consenting, unless I'm actually saying that I'm consenting, doesn't mean that I'm consenting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could be like, okay, well, I think you're consenting because you're wearing sexy underwear today.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Going on again, because I feel like you were on a mission to surprise at this, and you did. Sleeping with the Enemy
Sleeping,
by
yeah,
Butcher
I knew you were
Babies.
gonna say that.
Do you wanna anything to say? You feeling alright?
It's a bit heavier than Krista's normal bag, but I thought you would like it.
I did like it. I did like it. I did. The first time I listened to it, I was like, "Hello."
We're not talking Slipknot here, but it
We're
is
not.
like.
We're not talking still. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I won't lie to you. Initially, I saw the album art and I was like, "Oh, do I want to listen to this? Is this gonna?" Oh.
I think Butcher Babies being the name of
Butcher
the
Babies. It was
artist
all
as
going
well.
on. I was like, I can't. Oh God. You know what? No, it was good. It was good. It was good. I liked it.
I feel like the album art is slightly misleading because it does look like a death metal band. Like it doesn't. It's yeah. I actually found them on a Black Women in Alternative Music playlist.
Oh.
So yeah, take that as you will. Like I just I listened to the whole playlist. It's a very long playlist. I was just listening, and this was one of the songs that I had it on in the background. It's one of the songs I was like, "Hang on, get my phone. I'm gonna save this. I like this."
I think it's good. It surprised me because it's not. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go in terms of the lyrics. It was like, it's like it's too late to see that the one that needs fixing isn't you, it's me.
It's self-depreciating the whole way through.
Like I took advantage of your trust in me. You only saw what I wanted you to see, and I was like, oh God,
I
I can relate to this. And it was like, it's very odd. Like
I don't know
oh
how to explain when something's heavy. It like in music, even with metal. Like I guess you could say anger is coming out, but I find with heavier stuff it's empowering.
yeah.
I find you can be saying this self-depreciating stuff, but you feel like fuck yeah, I'm depressed, fuck yeah, cool. Like that's how I feel when I like listen to
I see that. I
stuff
see
like
that. It definitely is like, is it because you could change that? You could sing that and it just be like a sad, like lo-fi whatever like kind of thing. Like
yeah.
or in this sense, it's there's more anger involved. And it's like I don't know. It's a different feel. Obviously, like so I can sit here and look at it and go, actually, yeah, I thought those kind of things. Like I can vibe with that, but it does it. Something about being heavy metal takes it to a different level that I can't quite put into words.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
good.
I'm glad you tried it,
Oh,
know.
I always will try it, and you know what? I quite enjoyed it. Quite enjoyed it. So
I'm
there's that.
glad. Let's take Chris to the dark side. Let's get him into some. Do you like any metal? Like
Uh, I don't know. I not.
okay, that's
It's
a
not
no,
not.
but I don't hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I feel like I'd listen to it, but I don't think I often go and seek it out. You know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's complicated because metal is so
Broad of
broad.
a
It means a lot more than I think what you imagine it means. You know. So
for sure. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, for me, I went from listening to bloody classical music to then one day I was like, Slipknot.
Well, this is the
Rah.
thing. I've
No, it
always
wasn't
thought this,
Slipknot, but
and I've spoken to like my dad about this in the past. I think there's a lot of crossover. I think there's a lot in like
yeah,
common with a lot of classical music and a lot of metal. There's a lot that people don't expect it because
completely.
it feels like it should be so distant. I think there's
I
a
know
lot of things in metal which are effectively borrowed from classical music.
completely. A lot of metal bands love using like string quartets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like King 810, they had Devil Don't Cry, which they start with this beautiful, like very simple but string quartet bit for sure. I was just gonna move on to your last one, which is "The Last Man on Earth" by Wolf Alice.
Yes. Can I say
I
again, like with Another Sky, this happened before. This song, I didn't know it beforehand, to be fair, was produced by Marcus Strauss, who is a producer who has worked in the past very closely with, you guessed it, Coldplay. Um,
woo.
but no, okay, yeah, go on, hit me. What do you think?
I don't know. So I have never really got into Wolf. I can't remember if I've
Really?
said this before. I've just never really got into them too much. I don't know why, but I just nothing's really got stuck in my head from them, and I think I am a sucker for like catchiness.
Hmm, hmm.
Um, but I do respect them and I do like them, and this song was nice. Like I say that sounds really sarcastic. This song was nice.
It's nice. It's not really catchy. It's not going to get stuck in my head, but it's nice.
No, I did like it, and yeah. What are your thoughts? Because then I might be able to add more to what you're.
Oh, you know, I actually did. I quite like. I've been a fan of Wolf Palace for a while, and like they've obviously done quite well. I think they won the
Yeah,
won the
Mercury
Mercury
Award.
Prize with the last album. This is
Yeah.
an odd. I don't think this fits with what people expected from them because their first two albums have been quite heavy, kind of guitar driven, like quite aggressive often. This is a very different kind of vibe. It's very like most of it is a piano and the singer Ellie singing. And it's just that, and it's like I don't know where this is going. It just I don't know if you saw I put on the playlist Moving to Mars by Coldplay.
Yes,
And
I did.
I got kind of crossover vibes with that. I think if you ever listen to it, but it's like that kind of thing of like it's like vaguely like spacey kind of like vibes to it, like not even I want to say psychedelic for some reason. That's not really what I mean, but like that kind of like distant kind of thing. I quite weirdly, I think the lyrics of it, or what she's actually reading, what she's actually saying with the lyrics, shall I say? I think you'd quite vibe with because I looked it up, and effectively it's about like reading into things and kind of imposing our own meaning on it. And it's like
Oh,
so
wow.
like the chorus. So every book you take and you dust off on the shelf has
Yeah.
lines between lines between lines that you read about yourself, but does a light shine on you? And it's
Yeah, I
like how
like
we'll
that.
look at it and we'll read and we'll take like something and really read into it and read into it and read into it, like I will do. And you come up with this whole thing, and it's like, does it mean that though? Does it? Does it mean that, or we just impose that because that's what we want to see, and we want to see
Yeah.
a reflection of ourselves in that?